Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 18, Sloka 66, Part 21. Sarva-dharmān parityajya, ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ vraja, ahaṁ sarva-pāpebhyo, mokṣayiṣyāmi ma śucaḥ. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Those who heard the previous session would have got a feeling of untold fear. Bhakti Yoga, which is sarva-dharmān, being great and top than any other yoga system, brings us a concern, the concern of when I will ever be able to drain out all my karmas. When will I ever be able to perfect myself in bhakti? When will I be able to attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna? It is very clear that the process of sarva-dharmān is very time consuming and depends totally on my strength, on my activities, on my practices. I must take full responsibility, as we learned at the very beginning of Introduction to Śaraṇagati, that for us to get our work done, only two ways. One is I do the work by my own effort, or I approach a person who can do the work for me. Sarva-dharmān is the process where I do the work by my own strength. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is what we learned in the previous session. Now the second option left out for us is there anyone else who can help me do it for me? Before we find out who can do it for me, or who can be the means for me to attain the Supreme Lord, we need to address one more thing. When we say we are depending on someone, then there's a problem. It appears as if we are incapable person. A beggar who is fit will not be appreciated much. This example also we saw at the beginning of Śaraṇagati. Likewise, if I am fit and capable, why I need to depend on someone else? Why can't I do it by myself? What will people think about me? What will everyone speak about me? The society may speak bad about me. My friends, my seniors, and those who are junior to me in the process of bhakti will speak ill about me. They will think I am incapable person. I can't perfect myself by proper practice of bhakti. Well, irrespective of whether we are capable or incapable, the process of Śaraṇagati has a special position. Like the same example we saw earlier, when a child is capable, but when the child is tired or doesn't want to do much, the mother immediately gives what the child needs. She doesn't tell the child, you are fit and capable. Why can't you make your own food? What is important here is a key factor, the close relationship between the mother and the child. The child's ability doesn't come into the picture at this point. The relationship plays a major role. We blame the beggar and criticize for begging when he is capable to work and earn money, because there is no relationship between us and the beggar. Whereas here in the previous example, child asking mother, or disciple asking guru, or a bhakta asking a Bhagavan, even in spite of that person being capable or incapable, has no flaw, because there is a relationship between the two parties. There is love, affection, responsibility in their relationship. One may have love but no relationship, or one may have relationship but no love. In both the scenarios cases, there may be hesitation to receive something from that person. A person may want to give us something, but we don't have a relationship between that person and us. We must be very careful in receiving something from such person. Or a person may want to give us something, but there is no love, affection. We still must be careful receiving from such person. So, to receive or give, these two factors plays an important role, love and relationship. If one fails, then we can't give or take. If at all one does give or take, it may be mechanical, not much of effect to it. So those who are thinking that surrendering to the Lord, people may speak about us ill, thinking that I am not a capable person, is not a valid argument. The point to be understood here is we have eternal relationship with Krishna. When we accept our inability and surrender unto the Lord, it is not fault or point to be considered as incapable, because there is love and relationship between God and us. Like a child can approach the mother even if the child is capable or incapable. No one is going to blame the child for approaching the mother. Therefore, child asking mother, no fault. If someone gives something to us with full rights and love, no faults. If I am not healthy or incapable, I asking someone also has no faults. Therefore, similarly, I asking Krishna to help me has no faults. Krishna accepting my prayers and gives me complete shelter, protection due to the relationship that we both have has no faults. Me approaching Krishna, accepting my inability has no faults. Therefore, considering all these factors, we need to understand that there is nothing wrong or mistake on our side to surrender to Krishna, completely accepting our inability to become a pure bhakta through the process of bhakti yoga. Just to give some idea that how karmas get accumulated in our life so frequently and so quickly, because even if we try to list out just all the sins that we have committed so far, that itself will take several lifetimes to put everything together. Where is the question of rectifying all the sins? Just for the argument's sake, even if we have listed all the sins that we have committed, they are the sins which are done knowingly. But there are sins which we have committed unknowingly. That is multiplied by many times than the sins that we have committed knowingly. Just to give some idea, while we are driving, we kill so many small living entities. While breathing, we are killing as well. While cooking, while mopping the floor, while boiling the water, while grinding something, even when we are walking. Let's not be surprised, even when we are blinking our eyelids, we are pretty much constantly killing many living entities. It all gets accumulated to our karma bank. If we bite our nails, we are committing sins. By scratching our body parts, we are committing sins. While sitting down, either on a chair or a floor, we are committing sins. Sometimes people, as habit, while they're sitting, they just keep pulling out something. If they're sitting on a lawn, they pull the grass while they're talking for no reason. It is also a sin. If we fail to wash our hands, feet and mouth after using bathrooms, we are committing sin. Even while doing puja, if we are talking to someone, we are committing sins. These are just to give some idea where we are continuously, constantly committing sins and accumulating karma. If we sit, danger. We walk, danger. We drive, danger. We eat, danger. We drink, danger. Even blinking of eyelids, danger. We breathe, there's a danger of accumulating karmas. That means we have no idea what and how much sins we have committed, we have in our karma bank. There are so many sinful karmas we have accumulated unknowingly. If we have to work hard in removing the karma by experiencing them or by doing some parityajya, even if I do for the known karmas, how am I going to take care of the unknown karmas? It is going to be mission impossible for us to drain out all our karmas. As we learned, even say for argument, if we are going to complete all the karmas by taking many lifetimes, there is another problem. As we are in this world, while we are working to drain the existing karmas, we are also parallelly accumulating new karmas. Because we have to live in this world, we have to breathe, we have to eat, drink, walk. Of course, certainly we have to blink our eyes. So this is the problem. First problem is to drain all our karmas. Second problem is that it's going to take a long time to attain moksha. So in the process of bhakti yoga, when one is ready to wait to attain the Lord indefinitely, and one who is willing to put their strength, can certainly take up the process of bhakti yoga and wait for the prayachita karma to get over, which may take several lifetimes, and then attain the Supreme Lord. More than these problems that we just saw in the sadhyopayam, there's another big issue with this process. When that final time comes to attain the Supreme Lord, and we attain the Supreme Lord, we will have a feeling that I did the bhakti yoga by my own effort. The Lord, who was pleased, gave me liberation. This thought will be there for those who took the process of bhakti yoga. I am doing bhakti. I am perfecting myself. And the Lord, who expected me to do the bhakti yoga, is pleased by my effort. As a result, He liberated me from this world. Therefore, there's a sense of I did bhakti yoga to attain this position, to attain the spiritual world, to attain the lotus feet of Supreme Lord will be present. It's like when a child is hungry and mother says, clean the house first and then I'll give you food. So here the idea that the child gets in its mind is that mother is expecting me to clean the house. As a result of my work, she will give me food. Similarly, if Lord tells me that you do this one first, do bhakti yoga first, then I will give you what you want, which is the spiritual world. It's like pretty much a trading or a business deal between God and us. We are expecting something from God, and God is expecting something for us to reciprocate. We see this. We are very much used to such dealings. If I want more money, I give some money to God and ask for more. If I want to have a child, I give something to God so He can bless me with the child. This has been a common practice that we see among ourselves, sort of a business dealing. Likewise, it appears that God also does the same thing to us. If you do bhakti yoga perfectly, then I will release you from this material world and take you to the spiritual world. If this is how it works, then how can we say it is God's causeless mercy? There seems to be some cause involved. The cause is my devotion. Seeing my devotion, the Lord gives me liberation. If that is the case, then how can we say it is God's causeless mercy? He gave me liberation only because of me, my bhakti yoga. But we should understand that the reason for this is because I choose this way, this path. Therefore, the Lord expects me to complete it in its course. But the fact is that, like how a mother cannot ask the child to do the cleanup first so that she can give food to the child, is not good for both child and mother. Similarly, the Lord expecting us to do bhakti yoga so He can give moksha is also not a best approach. Rather, the best thing for the child is to get its food without doing any work. It is best for the mother to give the child without demanding anything. Also, the best approach for the child, even if the child has made some mistakes, is to seek for forgiveness to the mother and receive the food. And as far as mother concerns, she must forgive the child and give the best to the child. That shows the greatness or the true love of the mother. Giving food or giving something to the obedient child is not a big matter, but giving to the child which is not so great matters. That means if we did bhakti to the best, we have been very good and practicing everything perfectly, then Krishna giving us liberation is not so great to speak about, because I earn it, I deserve it. What is great about Krishna is that when we are totally messed up, we are struggling to do anything, unable to practice bhakti yoga to its best, but we have a strong desire to attain Krishna's lotus feet. For such bhaktas, persons, if Krishna gives liberation, that shows Krishna's greatness. A rich man giving charity to another rich man is not going to be appreciated or spoken great. A rich man giving charity to a poor man is what going to make a rich man great. Likewise, Krishna is not going to get good name simply giving liberation to the best devotee, but he gets glorified and gets good name when he gives his mercy upon the one who feels incapable of doing bhakti. Krishna searches for such people first. This is why Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in one of his songs, cries out saying that, "My dear Krishna, you will not find any worst person than me in this world." In fact, this has been the mood of prayer by many great saints. Even though these great saints are perfected souls, they have greater love towards Krishna than anyone else. They practice everything without fail, but they cry out to Lord that they are incapable and they are low mankind. That is their greatness. Whereas we, though we don't have any good qualities, we think ourselves to be great devotee, perfected soul, self-realized one, better than any other devotees. Isn't it amazing why the great personalities are thinking they don't have devotion, whereas we think we are full of devotion, while they think they cannot attain Krishna by their bhakti. We think we will attain Krishna by our bhakti. So the point that has been made here is what makes Krishna great is he gives his mercy to people like us, like Guha, Vibhishana, Sugriva, Jatayu, Ghantakarna, and so forth. It doesn't make Krishna any great if he is only going to liberate Vasishta, Vyasa, Valmiki, etc. There are two types of schools. One school will only accept students who are outstanding, best, whereas other type of school accepts students who are average or lower than average and make them best. We can understand that the latter one is greater than the first one. Similarly, Krishna becomes greater when he showers his causeless mercy upon us who are unfit to perform bhakti yoga. For that, we must understand, yes, I am incapable. Likewise, the Lord also looks for such candidates who has no karma yoga, jnana yoga or bhakti yoga, because that's what gives Lord happiness and sustains his good name. Not simply only giving mokshas to Vasishta, Vishwamitra, Valmiki and so forth, who are already best students and they know how to survive, whereas the average are the ones which really needs help. So when we accept Krishna as a means for our deliverance, that is said to be siddhopayam. When we depend on bhakti to attain Krishna, that means we have a slight ahankara within us that I can do bhakti yoga and through my bhakti I will attain Krishna. In this approach, the true nature of self, which is being completely dependent on the Lord, gets slightly affected, because we have that ahankara, that independent nature to find the way by our own effort, by our own means. This is said to be swatantriya abhimana, independent nature. When we are dependent on the Lord, that's said to be paratantriyam. So it requires one to have that dependent nature, the paratantriyam, and this is essential in Sharanagati. So what makes one to shift from swatantriyam to paratantriyam? That is from being dependent on one's own strength to completely depending on the Supreme Lord. We will find the answer in our next session. Thank you. Hare Krishna.